Hey everybody. Make sure I got this thing going. Make sure it sounds good. Heading down to the Maryland Farm Bureau Conference down in Cambridge. Was hoping to get a sunset on the Bay Bridge here, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit foggy. Barely see anything. So I'm on the way down to this conference down here in it's Maryland Farm Bureau Conference, and I kept saying all year that I was going to go to it, but the truth is, like, I had no idea how I was going to pull this off, but we're going, so, and we're on the way. So it's very exciting stuff. Working with the farming community has been great. Barely see here. But just doing these farms, I mean, I've learned a heck of a lot about the farming community, and these people work hard for what they do. Yeah, the old me, I used to think I'd go to the grocery store to get milk when I ran out, you know, that kind of stuff. But we just got done with the dairy farm in Hagerstown. We did one in Pennsylvania, and I tell you what, these guys, or these people, these farmers, I mean, they work hard, and anything that we can do to help them, with the Wi-Fi and the cameras, and it's just a great feeling. So, but really exciting. And the farms, I mean, they're super, big areas that we cover with Wi-Fi, and a lot of the barns, they have metal. A lot of the shops, they have metal siding, metal roofs, and it's just a cell phone dead zone. And the reality is, you can't run computers, you can't run your QuickBooks, you can't look at your fields and see how much rain they get, that kind of stuff. You can't look up parts. You can't. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. But helping the farming community is great. It's definitely a lot to it. Anyway, story of the Wi-Fi guy. It's funny, like, how I became the Wi-Fi guy. And so I've been doing, some live streaming, that kind of stuff. But, so about 5 years ago, my brain decided to hiccup. I basically had a stroke. I was 43 years old, very lucky. Was in the right place at the right time. Most people. Yeah, at the time, I was running 7 miles a day. I was in great shape, and that's probably the main reason I survived it. Most people have the aneurysm, and it's just, lights out. Oh my goodness, it's foggy. That's going to be fun. Let's see here. Let me get in the right lane. So I got this trailer full of TVs and Wi-Fi equipment. I want to make sure I take my time getting over the bridge here. So anyway, that's the last thing that you expect, being 43 years old and had the big job, down the road, and all of a sudden you just stop going to work and everything changes. But your perspective on life absolutely changes as well. Like, all of a sudden, like, the monetary stuff just didn't really mean anything, and the important stuff in life became evident, like, right away. The family, the health, and I mean, just because I for the longest time I had the priorities in the longest, in the wrong place. I mean, just working all the time, going after the big paycheck, and at the time it seemed like it was the right thing to do, but you're missing out on all the family dinners, the kids going and coming from school, and that kind of stuff. So it's, it's time you can't get back. And so, looking back, it was a total blessing in disguise. And, nobody's going to quit a job like I had to go start something that's not a sure thing. It's just not going to happen. So I ended up in Pittsburgh, and I was up there for about 8 days, and a couple surgeries. They did a couple angiograms, and they go in through your groin and up in your brain, and I mean, it's really nerve-wracking. But the neurologist kneels down at the table, and he looks me right in the eye. He's like, "You want me to save your life?" I mean, it's getting really quick. Like, I got weddings to go to, got a senior football season I don't want to miss. I mean, just all this stuff going through my head. Like, I think I'm getting ready to miss out on. And for some reason, my laptop is off. For some reason, I decided to tell my brain surgeon, what you can do with the human brain, I can do with a computer. Like, I have no idea why I decided to tell him that, but I thought it was true. So, but anyway, he put some coils in there, and I spent a couple years recovering. Decided to change up and do Wi-Fi, and it literally just got everybody's attention. What I'm finding out is the Wi-Fi is a great entry point into other computer consulting work, okay, if you're a computer company and you're not advertising Wi-Fi, you're totally missing out, because that's definitely the ticket. It's kind of jumpstarting everything. The office moves, just general computer consulting, scripting, you name it. But the Wi-Fi is something that's appealing to everybody as well. So it's not just a farmer. It's basically an essential service. It's kind of like electricity. If the electricity goes out, all your employees are just going to run around like, I can't work. Well, same thing with Wi-Fi. If that gets down, you're just basically dead in the water. So 2 years recovering, and the disability people were basically harassing me to go back to work. And I'm like, you know what? I'm probably the one person in America that deserves not to get back to work. So I'm like, you know what? I quit my job. And everybody was like, no, you can't do that. Or you made a big mistake, or blah, blah, blah. Like I said, like all the monetary stuff totally went out the window. Like my perspective on life instantly changed. So my point of view is all that stuff is going to work itself out. And, I got my priorities in the right places. I know what's really important. So, I spent a couple years working on myself. The third year, just trying to do computer consulting. And then the fourth year, it just turned into the Wi-Fi. And, over the last, year and a half, I've installed 100+ systems. And, the places and the farms are getting bigger and bigger. And, it's just making the world of difference for people. Because it's frustrating, when you get the spinning wheel of death, when you're trying to watch TV, or trying to submit a homework assignment at midnight, or trying to work at home for the VPN, or if you're the farmer just trying to work on your QuickBooks. They're running the business too, so it's the work's hard. But you need all the right stuff in place, and it just makes all the difference in the world for people. So I'm going to get down here and basically show off what we've done at the conference. And we've done a handful of larger farms, and what we're finding out is the cameras are really changing the whole dynamics of the farming community, because the cows have calves, right? So you don't want to miss that special moment, or that moment when you need it, when you're not there, or you're doing something else. And you can easily pop on the camera and see what's going on, instead of potentially missing something that might end up costing. So the first farm I did was in Adamstown, which was south of Frederick. And the farmer, Tommy Crawford, he basically told me, he's like, well, we didn't even know that there was people like you that existed, or we would have done this a long time ago. So they didn't have high-speed internet, so we set them up with 5G high-speed internet, and then we wired up all of his barns, and so he could put up cameras, and it's basically just run a big command center in there. So he can tell who's coming and going, and what's going on with the animals, and that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's really neat stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a foggy trip down here, it looks like. At least we're off the bridge now, so I don't think it's too exciting, but like I said, I was hoping to get a really nice sunset, and it's gonna live stream that, and because I mean I just love the views, and I mean there's so many emotions like going over this bridge, from being a little kid and just going down to Ocean City, and or just going down with my grandparents to somebody's place in Ocean Pines that had an Atari 2600, which I didn't have at the time, and it was just great. Going out on the pontoon boat, or senior week, it's a great time. Along to the family vacations, and just year after year after year, and then over the last 5 years, football down here just kind of brought me back to life. And like I said, it's been a couple years recovering, but I followed the Middletown team to their state championship, and that was just a great time. I mean, just to come and it got me going again. So we did that. We went and saw a couple good council games. We went up to Delaware to see one of them, and it's one of my son's close friends, and just the football is definitely a big part of my recovery, and it just gave me something to do, and at a time where it's just difficult to navigate the bleachers, and now I'm up and down ladders, installing access points and Ethernet and Wi-Fi. I love it. So, but I just pinch myself every day. Every day is pretty much like Thanksgiving. It's like after going through something like that, you're just kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just just pinch yourself. It's like that podcast I did for the radio station for my networking group. Said that it had an orange glow. Well, guess what? I have that every day. Like I just can't get enough of this, and I can't wait to get down here to show people what we can do, and just hopefully tear into this farming community, and just really help them just transform their day to day for the better. I can't wait. Good old 50, up and down 50, made this trip 100 times, just throughout the years, just being a young kid to a young man to father, and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just fun. And just to get down here, I still can't believe that I'm actually going to this. I mean, oh my goodness. I kept telling people, hey, we're going, and I had no idea how I was going to pull this off. No idea. And here we are. We're doing it. I mean, this is something, you're not going to see a small company like that at a big conference. It just doesn't happen. But we managed to pull it off. I talked the other day about Team Wi-Fi Guy, and just being able to get to the work that it's coming my way, that kind of stuff. Well, it's not just me. I mean, there's an assortment of people, and this thing's growing pretty quick. So I've been the face of it, but I have a couple of business partners that are down in West Palm Beach, Florida, and they just pitch in all the time and help out. So that. My friend Steve, he's been helping me out. It's I got some other folks that are helping out with the wiring and the installations, and I think it's going to get pretty busy next year. So next year's going to be real exciting. So, but after this, I picked up I thought we were pretty much done this year. I'm planning the trip down to Florida. Strategic business trip. But we were visiting some friends in Tennessee, and come to find out that it turned into a Wi-Fi consulting job for a church. So there's a big church down there in Tennessee that we're stopping by to assess for Wi-Fi. So that's another state that we'll be able to put on the list, and so we're going to be all over the place. It's, I keep saying it's the same problem everywhere, and it really is. It's, if your Wi-Fi is not good, you struggle, and it directly, if your business or a household, it directly impacts your bottom line, as far as your productivity, taking a long time to do things, and like I've heard it all. It's like, the one guy is like, well, what's 60 minutes? It took me 3 hours. I just laugh and laugh and laugh. Or somebody else is like, well, I watched the football game and I got the notification on my phone before I got done watching it, so I knew who won. But it's not just that. A lot of the point of sales, these small businesses and struggle, and when they're running around with a credit card machine over their head, just trying to get a signal to swipe a credit card for a transaction for their business, and it's just not a good look. So, like, everybody knows your Wi-Fi is bad. Like, you know it, your employees know it, your customers know it. It's not a good look. So it's definitely something that is a core foundation for what's required to operate efficiently. So in life. So it's not just business. I'm installing a lot of redundant systems as well. For automatic failover, and before that used to be a strict business thing, but like I'm installing those in regular houses now. And the thing about, like, if the internet goes down, it's a big inconvenience, for a lot of folks. So, and it's not just the husband, it's not just the wife, it's everybody in the whole family. It's the kids, the siblings. It impacts everybody. So, but it doesn't happen too often, but it does happen. Or if it hasn't happened, it will happen. So, but think about the natural disaster or the storm that comes through, and then you're out with the internet for a few days. Like that's, to me, it's worth having that extra service as an insurance policy. That I don't have to make special arrangements to go somewhere else to work, or the employers are kind of wising up to it. If people don't have internet, they can't work at home. Like go take vacation time or go somewhere else. Or come to the office. So like I said, it's an essential service. It's basically like power or water, something like that. If you don't have internet, you can't function. Development, I think October, Starlink got rid of their waiting list. So a lot of people have been waiting for Starlink for years. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Well, they got rid of the waiting list. So if you need internet and don't have it, you just go get it. So we just installed a Starlink out in Berkeley Springs and hooked it up to a wireless mesh system, and basically sent internet throughout the house, and the detached garage, and you basically fired everything up, and it just makes all the difference in the world just having that connection to the outside, especially when you live in an area that doesn't have a decent cell phone signal. So a lot of those areas up in Wolfville are like that, and high-speed internet is basically a lifeline, just to make telephone calls or receive messages. The Wi-Fi calling's a big thing, but you need decent Wi-Fi in place. Like, having the high-speed internet's great, but you need the decent Wi-Fi system to be able to make the calls. Especially even outside. It becomes a safety issue when you're outside and you don't have cell phone service and you can't call 911. But the Wi-Fi, decent Wi-Fi, especially outside where you don't have a cell phone signal, it gives you that option to be able to do that. So it's not like you're totally cut off from that. So the other neat thing about the farms is just working around the animals, and that's something that I wasn't really familiar with. And I grew up in Hagerstown, and I spent a little time in Middletown, and that kind of stuff. But, I didn't really understand the farm life and the animals, and it's just so neat to be around them and just kind of experience it firsthand. It's definitely a lot of work, there's no question about it, but I definitely have a different appreciation now, for this community. Just hard-working people. Anyway, well, I'm going to ramble on and on and on the whole way down to Cambridge, but let's see if I can end this thing. I have to pull over to do that. Because technically it's hands-free right now. Even though I have a big video camera up on my dash. I don't know, the other thing, like, I do my best thinking in the car, so I just sit here and just come up with these ideas, and I just love the fact that I can share this with everybody. It's like I'm basically, here I am riding down 50 in the truck. It should be alone, quiet time, but I'm literally through the social media. I'm able to talk to the world, not just Facebook. Live on X, live on LinkedIn, live on a bunch of other things, and different networks of people and different followings and different groups of people. The live streaming's been great. The reach is absolutely incredible. I got really lucky and fortunate to be able to get involved in the JFK 50-mile race a couple weeks ago, and that was really neat to see that event. But it was really neat to live stream it, and I had people even the week after, and I was at the drag strip, and they were coming up to me and saying, well, thank you for what you did for the JFK 50 mile, because we had family members that couldn't make it, and then with the live stream they could sit there and watch, and it's really neat stuff. So it's pretty cool. So I think I'm definitely going to do more of that, just to get it out there. And the other thing, like I thought we were wrapped up for this year, and we're doing this trip down to Florida and stuff like that. But I also picked up a parade on December 17th. So it's in Frederick. It's the Santa parade that I'm going to do. So I'm going to decorate my truck for Christmas, and I think what I'm going to do is put a door on the back, and you'll see this, but like I have a mount for it. It's all designed, and it's going to get fabricated next week, but I'm going to put a door and a doorbell camera, and we're going to live stream out the front of the truck, and we're going to also live stream out the doorbell camera. So I don't think anybody's done that one before. So, but yeah, that should be pretty neat for a parade. So, but I mean, there's just so much potential for what we can do with the technology that's out there. It's like, well, yeah, the home automation stuff is neat, but let's take a doorbell camera and parade it around, literally. So I thought that was a good idea. Welcome to Talbot County. So Easton will be the first town that we go through, and then once we pass Easton, I think Cambridge is the second one, and we're basically there. So yeah, it's a ways down there, but it's really becoming familiar with the Eastern Shore, and that's something. I think we got 26 miles left. So. Yeah, especially with my son going down to Salisbury, it's like I really didn't know a whole lot about it. Like Salisbury was kind of the town that you went through on the way to Ocean City, but there's a big farming community down here, and I mean, it's just it's definitely eye-opening. It's like, so I was used to seeing all these fruit stands on the side of the road, and like I totally get it now. It's like, so what it means to support the local farmer or buy from them, and that kind of stuff. So like if you see the fruit stand, definitely stop and buy your stuff there. So it definitely helps out the community. So. Alright, I think we're gonna have to pass this truck. It's doing like 50 miles an hour. I got to go. So, I wonder if we're still live. Yeah, I think we're still on. Yeah, usually I test this stuff out before I actually do it, but I figured why not, Let's go live and see what happens. So that's another thing that I definitely see myself getting into is like weddings, sporting events, corporate events. Think about the wedding where T-Mobile phones work great, but the AT&T phones don't work at all. Like, what do you want to do when you go to a wedding? You want to post all your pictures on social media? You can't. That's the thing that gets me about these wedding venues that charge all this money, and then they don't provide the infrastructure that people want, to be able to have a good time. So I think there's definitely the potential for providing a decent Wi-Fi system at a place like a wedding, where you got something you can count on, and a lot of times the cell phones don't work, and so there's just so many different avenues of stuff that I think we're going to get involved in. The live streaming, the Wi-Fi infrastructure. part of it. Oh man, it's excited. I can't wait. I cannot wait until tomorrow. I mean, it's gonna be hard. I mean, it's been one of the most exciting things to get ready for. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even have words for it. It's just so, like, I can't believe I'm going to this thing. I really can't. Go down there and basically just show them what we do. You know, show them the cameras and the Wi-Fi and just gonna straight up Wi-Fi guy. Probably the slowest I've driven down Route 50, doing about 60 miles an hour. But like I said, I got the trailer and it's full of Wi-Fi gear and TV, so I don't want to take any chances on something happening on the way down here. Yeah, we'll get down here, we'll get checked into the hotel, the conference center, you'll probably get something to eat, to figure out a plan for, getting everything set up in the morning, so, and then, we'll be working the booth tomorrow, so if you know a farmer, tell them to come see the Wi-Fi guy, yes, we're going to be down here.